Welcome to today's video. In this episode, we're exploring the illusion of free will, one of psychology's most fascinating and unsettling questions. Are you truly making your own choices? Or is your brain just giving you the illusion of control? Every day, you decide what to eat, who to love, what to believe, and how to act. You feel like you're choosing freely? But what if that feeling itself is just another trick of the mind? Modern psychology and neuroscience suggest that our sense of free will may be more of a story than a fact, a mental illusion created by the brain to make sense of decisions that have already been made beneath our awareness. Today, we'll uncover the hidden processes shaping your thoughts, behaviors, and even your beliefs long before you consciously decide anything. The hidden machinery of the mind. Let's start with a startling truth. Your brain acts before you do. In a famous experiment by neuroscientist Benjamin Libet, participants were asked to press a button whenever they felt like it. Brain scans showed something shocking. The brain's readiness potential, which is the neural activity that leads to movement, began hundreds of milliseconds before participants decided to press the button. In other words, their brains had already chosen before their conscious minds became aware of it. To relate it to everyday life, think about when you reach for your phone. You often do it without a conscious decision, just reacting to a notification sound or even a brief moment of boredom. For instance, as you feel the urge to check your phone, your brain has already processed the stimuli and initiated the motion long before you actually reach out. This common experience illustrates how our subconscious could be guiding actions that we perceive as consciously chosen. This finding sparked decades of debate about free will. Are our choices truly ours? Or are we passengers, rationalizing the brain's automatic actions after the fact? Psychology calls this the illusion of conscious will. The idea that we don't control our thoughts as much as we explain them afterward. The brain's hidden scripts, invisible forces, influence every choice you make. Your upbringing, which shaped your moral compass, your genetic makeup, which influences your temperament, your environment, which primes your emotions and desires. When you choose your favorite song, your decision is filtered through memory, cultural exposure, and reward patterns built over years. When you argue, fall in love, or change your mind, your brain's chemistry, past experiences, and subconscious biases guide every move. You're not consciously controlling these influences, but they're constantly controlling you. Psychologists call this determinism, the view that every action has a cause, even if that cause lies outside your awareness. The illusion of choice. Think of your mind as a theater. You sit in the audience of your own mind, watching actions already scripted. When you decide to stand up, your brain has already sent signals to your muscles before you're even aware of the decision. Your consciousness steps in after the fact to narrate. I chose to do that. This post hoc narration is what makes free will feel real. It gives your story coherence. Without it, the world would feel chaotic and disconnected, so your brain creates meaning, even if the meaning isn't true. It's not that you have no control, it's that your sense of power may be delayed, partial, and mostly emotional, not logical. For example, when faced with a personal conflict, one might initially react out of anger or fear before logically assessing the situation. This demonstrates how our immediate emotional response can often precede a more rational decision-making process, illustrating the concept of delayed or partial control. Why this illusion exists? If free will is an illusion, why does it exist at all? Because it's useful. The illusion of free will gives you accountability, the belief that your actions matter, motivation, the drive to choose better outcomes, social order, shared responsibility that allows societies to function. From an evolutionary perspective, believing you're in control encourages you to take action, learn from mistakes, and survive. The illusion might not be true, but it's adaptive. Psychology suggests that this illusion evolved to keep you engaged with life's challenges, even when the deeper mechanisms of choice are unconscious. The comfort of belief. Humans need to believe in agency. When you think, I chose my path, it gives life meaning and direction. But when you realize how much of your mind operates automatically, how emotions, biases, and habits run the show, it can feel unsettling. Yet, this realization doesn't have to be depressing. In fact, understanding that free will may be limited can make you more compassionate. One practical way to cultivate this empathy is by pausing before judging others. Take a moment to consider how their actions may stem from their experiences, conditioning, or even biology. By taking this pause, you remind yourself that what might seem like a bad choice might actually be influenced by factors beyond their immediate control. Encouraging a more compassionate view, you start to see that people's actions often come from their conditioning, trauma, or biology, not just bad choices. It encourages empathy instead of judgment. Recognizing the illusion of free will doesn't take away your humanity, it deepens it. Can we still change? Here's the paradox. Even if free will is partly an illusion, change is still possible because awareness can transform the way we respond to our automatic thoughts. By becoming conscious of these thoughts, you gain the ability to pause and consider different options before reacting. This awareness allows you to break free from habitual patterns and choose a different course of action. By doing this, the science of mindfulness not only empowers you but also provides practical tools to make more deliberate choices, thereby offering a sense of control and personal growth. When you become conscious of your automatic patterns, you create a new layer of awareness that can influence them. This is the foundation of mindfulness and cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT. Noticing the thought before it becomes an action. In that gap between impulse and response lies your absolute freedom. Not freedom from cause, but freedom through understanding. You might not control the first thought that enters your mind, but you can control what happens next. The final takeaway. The illusion of free will doesn't mean your life is meaningless. It means your mind is more profound and more complex than you ever imagined. The stories your brain tells are powerful, but when you learn to see them clearly, you gain something even greater than control. Clarity. True freedom begins when you stop fighting the illusion and start understanding it. If you like the video and want to hear more, hit like and subscribe. And if you want to see the full playlist, the link is in the description.